Hey guys, what's up? And today I'm going to share with you some of the books that I'm hopefully going to read this summer. So lately I've been looking at my bookshelves and I've been trying to figure out what kind of books I want to read this summer. Sometimes most people want to read like romances, something light, and that's kind of where I went, I think, for the most part. They're very light reads and they're something that you can read quickly, and that's kind of what I like during my summer. I like to read light, fast books. I just like to read a lot during the summer because it's whenever I have the most time, because when I'm in school, I'm especially not reading a lot just because I do have other things to do, and I'm about to head into my senior year, so we'll see how much reading I get done the rest of the year. So summer is where I really want to be able to get most of my reading done. So these are the books that I've kind of curated into a TBR that aren't quite a TBR, but these are the books that I would like to read this summer. The first book is The One and Only Ivan by Katherine Applegate. So this is a book about a gorilla and an elephant who become friends. I believe they are in a zoo. Not really sure what this is about. I know they're making a movie on it. I don't know if they've already made it, but it hasn't come out yet regardless. So I want to get to this before the movie comes out. This is going to be a very quick read. It's a middle grade book, and I think it's just going to be cute. I think I'm going to really enjoy this. I think it's going to be a cute read, and I'm not a huge fan of middle grade, but this is just something that I've wanted to read for a while, and I think the writing is supposed to be pretty good compared to other middle grade books. The next book I want to read is Off the Page by Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer. This is the companion to Between the Lines, and I need to reread this one because I read it like in either 2014 or 2015, so it's been quite a while. So once I reread that, I will read this one, and I think this is just a continuation to the story. The story is about a girl who is in the real world. She is a lover of this one storybook, and she falls in love with one of the characters, and she can bring him into the real world. And I think this is him interacting with the real world, and this story is just wonderful. These two characters, you just fall in love with them. The artwork, I don't know if this one has artwork. Okay, so this one really doesn't have any artwork, but the first one, Between the Lines, has amazing artwork. It's gorgeous, and I highly recommend this. Not technically the companion novel, but I do recommend Between the Lines because even though it's been a while since I've read it, I think it's absolutely incredible. The next book I would like to read is Pantomime by Laura Lamb, and this is about a circus. It's been on my shelf for literally years, and I know very little about it. I just know it's about a circus, and I can't tell you anything else because the back doesn't help me with anything. I know there's like a new rising star that comes about. I have no clue. I think this is supposed to have LGBTQ plus rep according to Goodreads, so that's not always correct, but we'll see. Next book is Tigers in Red Weather by Liza Klausman, and this is a book I picked up this year, I think. Either late last year or this year, and it's 100% a beach read. We can't go to the beach, so we'll just have to read it outside at some point, 6 feet away from everyone. But this is about Nick and her cousin Helena, and they're just having issues after World War II, and they just want to get away, and so they go to their tiger house, which is basically a beach house, and they find some secrets about their family that they were not expecting, and I just feel like this is going to be a crazy ride. I do enjoy books that intertwine romance with historical, with thriller-esque moments. I don't know. I think this is going to be crazy. It's going to be like an adult version of Gossip Girl, maybe? I don't know. I love family drama, so I think I'm going to really enjoy this one. The next book is Little Children by Tom Perrotta, and this is a book that I picked up at a thrift store, and I wasn't too sure about it, but it sounds nuts. So Little Children is about a neighborhood with a varied amount of characters, and the families within it are a little nuts. But it's a pretty quiet place, and then a pedophile moves in, and it just sounds like another family drama, and I am ready. It sounds absolutely crazy. I think this is going to be a hidden gem like The Child Finder. It's not something I've heard anything about, but I think I'm going to love it. The next book is a book that has been on a shit ton of lists, and it is Sophies World by Justine Garter. Listen, I really, really want to read this book. It's on my books that will self-destruct in 12 months. It's on my TBR for the whole entire year. It's on so many lists, and I have to read it. And this is a great summer read because it's a philosophical read, so it's not completely light, but it's also not super heavy, and I don't think. I know it talks about life and everything, but I think if I sit down and read this, because the writing is gorgeous, if I sit down and read this, I will be able to finish it fairly quickly. This book is about a girl named Sophie, and she is trying to figure out the meaning of life and just life in general, and she keeps getting these notes asking her these questions, and then I don't know what else happens. I just think this is going to be mostly philosophical, but also kind of give you a look into Sophie's life as she's figuring out these things. So we will see. Hopefully I do get to it. I may pick it up in June. I don't know. The book I'd like to get to is The Year We Turned 40 by Liz Fenton and Lisa Steineck. This is a book that I almost picked up in January, and then something happened and I read the first page of this book and it was really sad. So it was too close to home at the time. So yeah. I think this is going to be a great story of friendship. I'm not really sure. I think they look back on their friendship. I'm not quite sure. I bought this from Book Outlet because it sounded interesting, but I still am not sure what this is about. But I think this will be a great fast read for me. The next book I'd like to read is The ABC Murders by Agatha Christie. I'm hoping to finally start reading one Agatha Christie book a month, so this is just one that I really want to get to. If I am able to read 3 Agatha Christie books or more during the summer, that would be great, because I think they're great summer reads because they're fast, they're pretty light most of the time, and I just think they will be a great time. I'm not really sure what this one's about. I usually don't read the back of these because I'm just trying to collect all of her books, and I really don't want to be spoiled. The next book I'd like to read is The Juliet Club by Suzanne Harper. This is a very light read. This is a girl who goes to Italy and she joins the Juliet Club for volunteer work. And basically what the Juliet Club does is they take letters from people talking about love or expressing love, and they write back to them. And I don't know. I have no clue. I'm not really sure what this is going to be about. I know it's a romance, but that's pretty much all I got from it. But this cover sucks, but we'll accept it for now. And the last book that I am hopefully going to read this summer is The Problem with Forever by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I've only read one of her books, and it was Don't Look Back, and that was years ago. I really enjoyed it, but this has been on my shelf for like way too long. Oh my god, it's been on here forever. I'm not even sure what this is about at this point. I think it's a romance, maybe not. So those are the books that I'm hoping to read this summer. I mostly chose books that have been on my shelf for way too long, so I can either read them and keep them and they're no longer part of my unread physical TBR, or donate them because I don't enjoy them, or DNF them. I have added some of these into my June TBR because I just filmed that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.